couldn't figure out how to do it. And I realized that it's actually 3 different moves that are in one family that I want to figure out how to describe. And I'm going to call them palm turns, hand spins. I'm going to call them hand spins. And so one version of them is the Eggbeater. One version of them is palm spins. And one version of them is hand spins. So I'm going to try to break those down one at a time. The first one was the Eggbeater. You don't actually let go of the hoop for the Eggbeater. You just have your hand over the top, and it helps me to extend my thumb along the edge of it so I have that extra reinforcement. And then you take it up so your thumb is to the sky. Turn it towards so your thumb is to the opposite direction. Turn it one more half turn, so 2 half turns, and down. So it's 2 flips. Up, flip, flip, down. And if you can pull off those 2 flips in one place, it's very striking. So over a long period of time, it looks like this. Flip, flip, down. But when you go up to one place and do it, you go flip, flip, down. You're kind of interesting looking. So you can do that both directions. I'm letting the thumb lead, so my thumb is going up, it's pointing up, it's pointing down, it's pointing up. So it's flip, flip, flip. So up, down, up, and across. I can also do this with the pinky leading, so if I let the hoop come to the back, so the pinky goes up, here's my pinky, flip, flip, down, it's that same Eggbeater in an inside circle versus an outside circle. So that's the Eggbeater. A palm spin is where you take the hoop up to the top and you just kind of balance it in your hand. You can either balance it, what would that be, vertically or horizontally? I guess that'd be horizontally, vertically. So you're holding it, in effect, and you can use your thumb to either push from the front to the back or from the back to the front. So if I push from the front to the back and I make my hand flat so that it becomes a board that the hoop is spinning on, I can push, and as long as I keep my hand level, the hoop is going to spin on it. So the trick to keeping your hand level is that you need to get your fingers back and out of the way. And notice how when I really extend them back, it causes these pads on my hand to push up. Those become the perfect balancing place for your hoop in a palm spin. They become a place that you can kind of push up into them and spin off of. Notice that once my hoop comes up and I'm ready to impale myself upon it so that it doesn't leave me and it doesn't catch air while it's spinning, I kind of push up under it and let the hoop go. Now, if I'm coming up fast and I push too hard, it's going to leave my hand. So I need to think more about just flattening my hand out and raising it. And pretty soon you'll get to aim for a sweet spot. Like I really like this one right under the index finger, the pointer finger. I really like to pull it up to that place, open that up and push up. But I can also do it on my thumb. So I can lift it from my thumb and go thumb, balance. Thumb, balance. So all you're doing is taking a teeny tiny space and saying, I'm going to balance the hoop on that space. And that space could be anywhere. It could be here, 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 it could be anywhere. So any place that you can make flat enough. So you've got to keep your fingers together and relax them back. So that's the palm spin, which can also be done in either direction. And when you're first starting to learn it, it might help to start with half turns. So you go up and you go 180 degrees, grab. Up and 180 degrees, grab. And then up and 360, two circles. 2 circles. And ideally, if you can kind of lean back and look up, it's going to help you take it straight up when you're first learning to do this. So we have a tendency to kind of do it out here, or kind of sideways. So think about taking it straight up, allowing yourself to drop back so that it is straight up, and when you open your hand and push up, you've got a nice smooth place for it to sit. The last one is the hand spin, where you're letting the hoop go, and it's like a contact move. So I'm going to let the hoop go. I'm going to push it down, let it go so that it wraps around the back of my hand, comes back around the front of my hand and into my palm. So the trick to this is you want to feel it touch the bottom of your hand, touch the back of your hand. So because I'm flipping from the top down, it's going to come up under the back of my hand, under the pinky, and then when it gets to the top, it's going to flip one more time and right back into my palm. So I'm using my thumb to help hold it steady. Now if you're doing it, right now I'm doing it from back to front. Oops, and not very well. But you can also do it from front to back. And for this, I find because I don't have enough power in my hand to just go flip like that usually, it helps me to set it up by going a half flip to the front, back and flip. Try that one more time. Huh. Theoretically, that's how it works nonetheless. Down, up, and over. So I'm not very good at these. I haven't played with them as much. I'm loving these. I've been playing with them a lot. And this one is so easy that everyone can get it from the very beginning. So these are 3 different things that you can do with your hand, and you just got to kind of work with them. Maybe I'll break them down individually into tutorials later, but I've just been trying to figure out how to describe them for a while, and I believe this is it. So, as you can see this, the sun is going down. Happy 2012!